back to my channel if you haven't been here before. Today I am making flank steak for my family and I thought I'd bring you along. I'm also going to make a chimichurri sauce to go with it for one night, and then the next night I'm going to use the same flank steak and I'm going to turn it into a sandwich with arugula and tomatoes and onions or whatever you want. And then we're gonna make our own pesto to put in the sandwich, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. So you could just really make meat once and then eat it for 2 nights. You could probably use it 3 nights if you want to do quesadillas or a stir fry. There's so many things you could do with it. And if you don't have a flank steak or you want to buy a cheaper piece of meat, you could do that. But I just wanted to show you also how to make your own pesto and how to make your own chimichurri. The thing about chimichurri sauce is everybody has their own idea of like what should be in it, how it should be made. It's like asking someone, what's in your salsa? I think everybody has their own idea of what should be in it. So I'm gonna show you what I'm using. I actually got this recipe out of a Cooking Light book. If you haven't picked up a Cooking Light book or read their magazines, you're missing out. They have some really, really great recipes. I think I've been reading their magazines since I was like 18, and I have like, I don't know how many of their books, probably like at least 20 to 30 of their cookbooks, which I've actually just picked up like at thrift stores and stuff like that, just like when I've seen them. So, okay, let's just get into cooking. Let me show you how we're gonna get this done. And best part of this is gonna be fast, and that's what we need right now since school is starting, and I know everybody's starting to get back into like a little bit of rush at dinner time. Okay, let's start. Okay, before I show you what we're gonna do for like our little marinade for the flank, I just want to let you know you gotta turn on your grill. If you don't have a grill, maybe you try a grill pan, or if you have one of those stoves with like the grill in the middle, you want to get it scorching hot. That is the key to making a great flank steak if you don't know. The other thing is, it's a little bit dark outside already here. The sun's starting going down, and of course I'm running late tonight. So I'm not sure if I can show you the grilling part, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, let's start with this marinade. Okay, I got me some flank steak, picked it up at Costco, got one with 2 steaks in it. I don't know what's going on, but the price of beef lately has been a lot lower. It's like $2 or $3 cheaper than it normally is a pound. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just put these into our little baking dish to get our marinade going. Okay, I was checking my camera, make sure it's still in hang. This is simple, we're just gonna throw it together. Let me wash my hands real quick. This marinade is kind of just approximations. We are going to take some black pepper, just a little bit of the coarser kind, and just liberally put it out on our steaks. My steak was a little bit still frozen that day. That's why it looks kind of weird trying to prop it open. And then I'm taking some kosher salt and just liberally applying that. You can use, of course, whatever kind you want. And then I'm using some granulated garlic. Sorry, my camera never focused. And I just kind of picked it up from Costco and then just put it on your steaks. Then I'm doing just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I'm just sprinkling it across my meat. And if you could do this at least 30 minutes before you put it on your grill, a little bit longer would be better. And then I'm using some soy sauce on my meat. I know that sounds unusual. It's like, why would you put soy sauce on your meat? But it actually really gives it a really nice flavor. I know you wouldn't think it would, but it actually makes your steaks taste really great. And then we're just going to let it sit there while we start our chimichurri and let our grill heat up. And the chimichurri sauce recipe will be in the description box, but here we go. We're going to start with just a 1/4 cup of just regular white vinegar. And then we are going to do 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Then we're going to do 6 cloves of garlic. And then I found some fresh bay leaves. If you can't find the fresh ones, you can use the dry ones. They taste a little better. It actually happened to come in a package I got to get oregano, and it just happened to be in there. So I was like, oh, great, fresh ones. But I've used the dried ones before, and they work perfectly fine. So if you can't find them, just use those. And then we are going to use a whole cup of fresh parsley. And And there goes our oregano, a 1/4 cup of fresh oregano. And then we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And now I want to show you the jalapenos. I actually took out the seeds. If you don't want to take out the seeds, you can leave them in. I think the recipe actually has them left in, but that would just be way too hot for me. But you can do whatever you want. And I wanted to let you know the membrane, the white part of the jalapeno, that also is extremely hot. So if you don't want it hot, I'll try to cut out that part. Because of course, that's what gives it the heat. But I wanted some heat. I just don't want it to be like... So then I'm just going to attach it to my Ninja blender. I love this Ninja blender that has all the different attachments. I actually got it, I think, last Black Friday. If you ever want to buy food, you know, kitchen things, that's the day to buy them. You're looking for an air fryer, blender, whatever. Okay, and so you're just going to blend it up. That's all you do. It's super easy. I know some people like to cut their chimichurri sauce by hand. Just blend it. It tastes really good this way. And it's super easy. We don't have time to be doing other things but, you know, making easy dinner, especially during the school year or anytime. I don't know anybody that has just a huge amount of time. So here we are about to start grilling. I actually didn't know if you could even see this part. You can. I tried to even add my light, but it was really dark out that night. The whole point is I just wanted to show you that you really need to get your grill super hot. There you go. Real quick. Okay, originally I wasn't going to really show you all our sides, but here I am. I'm actually going to serve our flank tonight. I mean, it's kind of more Mexican, but whatever. We are going to have it with some potatoes. I actually picked up this bag at Costco. I was just going to tell you, these are great in your air fryer. I put just a drop of olive oil on the outside, salt, throw it in my air fryer. They're done in like 10 minutes. And then I'm going to microwave some broccoli, and that's it. Okay. Oh, one more thing. I do put my air fryer on 400 degrees. Like I said, about 10 minutes, so really good. Okay, I wanted to show y'all how I know when my steak is done. I actually don't ever use the thermometer because I have cooked steak so many times. I actually do it by touching my meat. I push down, and when it kind of gives, so if it's hard, you know that it is well done. But in the middle of your flank, you should feel it push back. And that's how you know that it's going to be pink in the middle, but not rare. If you don't know, get out your thermometer. Obviously, if you like your steak really well done, it'd be 165, and rare is about 130, 135. But mine's somewhere in between. I haven't temped my steak in a long time just because my husband always taught me how to cook by just feeling it, and it kind of just, once he showed me and I kind of got the feeling, I just have always been able to replicate it ever since. You want to make sure when you cut it, you're actually cutting, especially flank steak is super important, or if you're cutting skirt steak for fajitas also, all meat is important, that you're cutting against the grain. So you see how you can see like the lines in your flank going down, always cut against the grain. And this is a little, I know it looks a little pink on the camera, but it actually, I mean like red, it wasn't bloody. It was like perfectly cooked. I was like, yeah, I did it right. My husband's like, wow, you did a great job. Because he had just showed up. And he was like, yeah, I'm ready for dinner. So I was like, can you cut it for me? So he's like, of course. Because I couldn't hold the camera and cut. I couldn't get my tripod. I'm still working on how to film myself a little better. There you go, and that's how you cut your flank, and it does really make a difference to make them thin slices, and it will taste delicious. So there you go. There's the flank steak for this evening that we're going to actually eat, and I plated it up, and then I'm actually going to add my chimichurri sauce right on top of it and then serve it to my family. I didn't put it on all of it because if anybody knows my daughter, you would know that there's no way in this world that she would ever eat anything or mix any sauce on anything. So, of course, I left some plain just for her. But it turned out so good. I hope you all will give this definitely a try. And here's the completed plate for my first night's dinner, and it actually was a super healthy meal, and it was really good. Everybody ate it. I'm back. I finished that chimichurri steak, and it was delicious. And so are those potatoes. Try them in your air fryer, just like buy the little ones. They also sell them at Trader Joe's. They're done in like 10 minutes. So if you're like me, we don't have a lot of time to cook, especially during the school year. I know we have a lot to get done in the evenings, starting to get homework. Give it a try. Okay, so now we're getting into the second half, which is arugula flank sandwich. Arugula does have a little bit of like a spicy, I don't know, peppery flavor to it. I love it. Not everybody does. So if you didn't, I guess you could try it with maybe just some spinach or something else. Not in the pesto. You could just buy normal pesto, but I'm saying instead of putting it on the sandwich. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's make our pesto. If you're in a rush, because I even almost didn't make this part, I was gonna just tell you, just buy some pesto. They sell it everywhere, but I'm gonna show you how to make it. This one does taste a little better. Of course, it's fresh, it tastes really good. If not, just pick up some. Do whatever is easiest for you, whatever you wanna try. Maybe it's on the weekend, you wanna try making your own pesto, great. But if you're in a rush, just pick up some, and I'm gonna show you how to make this. And I'm gonna show you how to package it, because my son and husband are gonna take this and eat dinner at work tomorrow night, and I'll have mine ready, so tomorrow's my clean day, and then I'll have dinner already ready to eat. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we are gonna get going just by using 3 cups of arugula. You're gonna go ahead and shove it way down in there. And then we are gonna do some walnuts, 1/3 of a cup. And if you have time, try to toast them. You just put them under your broiler real quick. Then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Then we're gonna do 1 clove of garlic. It's about 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. And then 1/2 cup of fresh parsley. And this is where I thought it was going to be okay to do it in my smaller one, and then I remembered, oh yeah, you have to drizzle in the oil. So I took it back out and put it into my regular Ninja blender, because this top you can. I just want to show you my baby arugula, what it looks like. On this top, it has like a little part you can pop open, so you can just drizzle into your oil. If not, you could just do this into your food processor. You want to just start by blending it up before you drizzle in your oil. And then we are going to slowly drizzle in our olive oil. We are going to do 3 tablespoons of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of water. I don't know if I showed in this part, but you do want to add in a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And I would just say blend it up, and then after you blend it all together, there it goes, it's turned into a pesto. I would just give it a little try and just add a little salt and pepper. You're probably mostly just gonna need salt added to this. There you go. Okay, for the next part, we're just gonna take just a French baguette. I have already pre-sliced it. Just right in half. We're just gonna put it right underneath the broiler, turn your broiler on high, and we're just gonna get crispy real fast. Okay, now we are just going to start assembling our sandwich. You want to put it underneath like a big piece of foil that goes all the way across. And I got our bread to be a little bit crispy but not hard. And depending on when you're eating the sandwich, depending on how much crispiness, mine was, I will say, we ate it the next day, just a drop tough, because I had left it in the refrigerator overnight. So, I mean, ideally, if you don't want to do this the day before and just do it that day, you could. It might taste a little bit better. But if you're like me and you are in a time crunch and you're making this for, I don't know, maybe you want to surprise your husband and give it to him for lunch the next day, it tasted really good just this way. So you're going to put your pesto down all the way across. You want to make sure it's done first, so when we put our tomatoes and other stuff, it doesn't get soggy, like absorbed into the bread, because it has an oil base. It's not going to. And if all the arugula is just too much, you could try lettuce, spinach, whatever you like. And then I had some sliced tomatoes. You want to make sure they're cut super thin, so you don't have like big blob of tomato on there. And then I'm also, on top of the tomatoes, I'm adding a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I'm taking my red onions, purple onions, whatever you want to call them, placing them across. And then we're getting to the fun part, which is our meat. I love flank steak, by the way. And so does my daughter. It's like one of the only pieces of meat that she will actually eat. She doesn't really enjoy meat. I don't know why. But so then you're going to take it and place it all the way across on your sandwich. And even after this, y'all, I still had actually a ton of flank left. So then we're going to start by, I want to show you what it looked like. You guys, this is really good. You guys need to try it. So we're going to take our sandwich and we're going to actually put it together, and then you're going to pull it towards you so that we get it like a really tight roll so that it doesn't come apart. You don't want to just like have it in a piece of foil or saran wrap, because then the person who's eating it is going to have a big mess on their hands. So you're going to take it and pull it towards you on the aluminum foil, and then you're going to wrap it, and you got to make sure it's done really tight. So like I said, so everything stays together when you're going to cut it, because I actually cut this and we were able to make 4 sandwiches, which is perfect because there's 4 of us. And everybody got a piece for the next night, and it was really fantastic. And so you just want to make sure that your foil is, like I said, really tight. And then we're going to take a knife and we're going to cut it into 4 sandwiches. I hope y'all are doing great out there. I know it's been really hard on a lot of us. So make sure that you subscribe and hit our notification bell, because I have a lot of videos coming your way. And here you go. There's our sandwich, and it was really good. I hope you guys give it a try. Well, I hope you enjoyed cooking with me today, and maybe it gave you some inspiration. I know we're getting back into the swing of things, so expect some more fast meals from me. I actually had part of a breakfast healthy meal prep, like to get us going for school, and guess what happened? Can you see? Because my husband even turned around. Our refrigerator is done. He actually turned it because they kept trying to put stuff in it and it was already broken. Anyways, and we had to go searching for a refrigerator over Labor Day weekend. And if you haven't been into the stores lately, most refrigerators are, it was crazy. They had sales and they're like, oh, the sale price, you want to get it. When is it going to be available? November or December, like a Lowe's or Home Depot. I'm so lucky. I found one actually that I like at Costco, and fingers crossed it's being delivered this week. You know, this has to be the last thing. It's like the rule of 3, the 3 things go bad, and that's it. I think we're done, because we've had to replace our outside air conditioner part, whatever's under warranty, but of course you still had to pay for labor. My garage door springs broke. I had to find a guy for that. Now this. Okay, so hopefully this is it for a while. But again, so sorry about that, and that's also why I had a little break there in videos, because we were out shopping for a fridge and we had to deal with all the food. Luckily, I caught it right when it started to de-thaw. Anyways, so coming is going to be some more really fast and easy food ideas to get us through the school year. And I have some more, obviously, fitness stuff, and we'll finally get maybe back into some fashion things if I can get shopping again, and hopefully my kids will start school and everything goes smooth. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.